Welcome back, YouTube. How's it going? Hope you ladies and gentlemen are having or had a good day. Today I am bringing you Transformers Power to Prime's Deluxe Class Blackwing. And here he is in his awesome... Don't know how this got there. Prime armor. There we go. There he is. And there he is with all his awesome coloring. I love the teals. I love a teal. Teal, I think. I love the teals. I love the blue. I love the purple. I love the gray. Everything on him is just fan-freaking-tastic. He has not that big of a backpack. Just his little jet cockpit thing. That's about it. Let's go down just a little bit here. Got the wings on the back of the legs. They don't hit the ground, which is fine, but I'm sure, again, if you want to pose them, that'll help. Now, as you just seen, the wings are fairly rubbery. They are rubber. They are very rubbery. So that's that. The other wings are not. They are hard plastic. Hard plastic. So the only ones that are rubbery are this. Possibly because you could combine him. I don't know. So let's go back up here. And get him in focus. So as you can see, he's nice and glossy. Some matte, oh no, it kind of looks matted. Just semi-glossy paint job in the blues. Very glossy teal. His guns are just gray. I have him on his forearms because I felt like it. And let's start checking him out. So, of course, armpit ball joints, 90-degree elbow blend, no hand swivel at all. It's molded in. Under the forearm is kind of hollow, but right here is not, probably because you have no need to fold his hands in. Combiner Wars, combiner peg belly button, prime armor slot, epic Decepticon sticker. Let's see, here we go. Now, his, he can't, this is as far as he could go with the splits, just because the way his pelvis kind of comes down doesn't give him enough room to do a full split. So, but we got the ball joints inside the legs, got some hollowness in the legs, do the thigh swivel, his legs do the open fold, dealio. Let's see. Cockpit on a hinge, wings go up and down. I guess you could do whatever you want with the wings. I mean, now it looks like he's wearing a cape, but he's a bad guy, so he's not a crusader for justice. Anyways, peg hole in the back for gun and or prime armor. The full 360 waist swivel. There goes the gun. His head is on this thing, so he could look up. He could look up ridiculously high, but no. It is on a small ball joint. Let's see if we can zoom in on that. Yep, there we go, small ball joint. You can't look down really, but you could definitely look all the way up. And of course you could exorcist him. Full 360 on that ball joint on the head. So yeah, not bad at all. Loving the mold, absolutely loving it. Color palette is very awesome. silvers, the grays, the purples, the blues, the teals, what have you. Under the feet is where you got the hand or foot port. And that's about it for robot mode, if I have to say so myself. So, since he does something a little bit extra, we are going to go to limb modes first, and then we are going to go to his extra combined mode with Dreadwing, because that is what we are all here for. I hope everyone has had some good luck with finding their Wave 2 Prime Master toys, because, oh man, I tell you what, these are awesome. I've been asked how am I finding all these, and the simple truth is I live in a town where we have, let me count, starting from the south side of town, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 Walmarts in my town alone. I may be missing some. Those are super centers. Now we have like 4 or 6. We have 4 or 6 neighborhood markets. I don't know if any of you guys have got those in your area, but they're just like smaller Walmarts like they had back in the day that, as you can tell by the name of them, markets, they just carry mostly food products. So they sell a few toys, but they never have sold Transformers there, which is sad. So I totally forgot just now that I was going to do a limb mode and not the plane mode. So you know what? Forget it. Here is his, well, here was his plane mode. Again, my fault for these snapping off, just because I didn't take the time to understand the transformation. Man, those peg holes are really tight on his forearm to get those guns in, I'll tell you that. Again, not a bad thing. I'd rather have them really tight and you struggle to use them than to them just be worthless. So here he is in plane mode. If I could snap that in there we go. I know I probably sped this video up a couple times, but Yeah. Here is our end result. You put, there's a peg on his wing where you put into his hands, and there you go. There's his plane mode. Stand him up so we can get a closer look at him. And he looks pretty sleek. I like it. There's the underneath of him. The underneath of him? Yes, the underneath of him. So let's get him into leg mode since we're right here anyways. Probably pop that out. And then I know we gotta pull these legs out because the peg is right here. Okay, so since he does the extra combination mode with Dreadwing, there is a extra peg in his peg to peg into him. So obviously you want to fold that back in when you want to turn him into a limb, so that doesn't get in the way of him having any stability whatsoever. And here's where I'm having an issue, because I know this should come down about here. So let's look at the instructions again. Yay for instructions. Okay, we're back. And here are the instructions. And they're kind of hard to read at first. Well, for me, anyways. What they want you to do is... let's see, here's a side view of what his leg mode should be like. I'll zoom in on that just a little bit so you can kind of see. There's little peg holes right there. There's pegs in there. You kind of bend him in. Now the hardest part was to figure out how they wanted you to turn these wings, because they want them up. And now they're up, but they don't look like how they showed in the instructions. But you know, I'm gonna leave them like that. Maybe. Oh, see if you bend them too far, they'll just pop out. And you know, the wings, they're on a ball joint, so that's not that big of a deal because you just pop them back in. So I am going to attempt to show you guys how to get him into leg mode. So here he is, kind of slapped into jet mode, so the transition could be easier. You know, fold these wings up, and this is kind of out of order, but this is how I best remember it. Pull all that down. Flip up his combiner peg. Again, make sure that's down or inside or wherever. That could just stay right there. Now what you're going to want to do is you can kind of want to lift up to cockpit mode just a little bit, and then have these wings down. They're still kind of out and down, and then you're just going to want to swing them around. Have the Decepticon logo face outwards, and then those pegs I told you about just a second ago, the peg holes right here and the peg holes, or the pegs here, pop those in, and bam, there you have a leg. Pretty nifty, huh? So I'm actually, just to save time, I'm going to get him to where I could do his arm mode transformation quickly for you guys, and then we'll do the combine mode that we all been waiting for. those instructions are equally as weird as the leg mode. So anyways, I kind of have everything just slapped back here like I did before, because the transformation kind of calls for that. What they want you to do, I'm going to try to do this by the by the instructions as I can, which I can't. They just say keep that peg right there, and then in his legs you get the peg holes, and then you get the pegs on each side. That's the most standard part of this transformation. And then 180 on the waist to get that arm bend right there. And then they say take his arms up like so. Let's take these guns off quick. And they say turn this, and it says something like fold it down like so. Let me double check here quick. Straight down. Okay, yeah, just straight down like that. Like he's angry, I guess. Okay, so make sure you get that Blackwing face in his little hidey hole spot right there. And let's see, what does the end product look like? Alright, so they want you to take the wings and kind of put them back like so. And then there he is. Kind of. I'm sure this part's a little bit loose back there from what they want you to have it, but that's okay for now. Anyways, there is his arm mode. Yeah, that wasn't terrible, or as terrible as the instructions made it sound like. Now, the honest, true moment we all came here for is the combination of these two guys. They are both reminiscent of G2 Transformers that did the same thing, and I'm glad Hasbro took the time to make them do it once again. Put him to the side, and the transformation isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So they want you to flip the wings forward like so. I'm going to put them all the way up here for now, and then tip the nose cone back. Let's see what's next here. Pop the little peg out right here. And then next is put this back, put everything back down, and then once everything's back down, I want you to put the nose cone up, and then you take Blackwing's face and, well, you shove it in the nose cone as best as you can, I'm guessing. And then you take his wings, put them to the side right here. Then here's his there's his combination mode right there per instructions. So you're supposed to take this lone little peg right here and put it into his feet or hand peg, and just kind of, there we go. And the instructions say to keep these wings out. I honestly would probably keep them in, more. Let's see how they look far back here. Yeah, personally, I would probably just keep them up close, like, you know, they're together. So here he is, front, side, and underneath. It just kind of looks like he's standing on him. Let's zoom up on here. Zoom up on here. Ignore that. There you have it. And there you guys have it. Everything under the sun that these guys could do separate and together. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did. Again, just loving the colors. They're great. They're fantastic. So, thank you to all my subscribers out there. Thank you for everyone that has been passing by, dropping likes, and more importantly than subscribing, and more importantly than liking, is commenting. I want to have a conversation. My main goal is to have a conversation, and to where I'm at right now, I have been talking with all you guys, and it's just been so refreshing and fun to talk to all you Transformers from around the world. So I want to thank everyone again for stopping by and checking out my channel. So thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe, because I will be trying new things and bringing you cool bots on this channel. No matter where you are in the world, have a good day and or night, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.